reversing.
It's interesting, Doyle, that USDA reacted to this story without watching the video, the whole video, without doing any investigation, simply taking that blogger's word for it who had put this up and spread it all over the place. Why was there no further investigation?
Well, because in a way there seems to be a hypersensitivity in this administration about the race issue. There has been a politicization of race going on ever since, well, before Barack Obama became president, since he was, there's been a politicization of race in this country for 200 years in the broader sense. But oddly enough, this all happened almost 1 year to the day after President Obama's gaffe in a news conference about Skip Gates, the Harvard professor who got into a tussle with the Cambridge police. There are issues of race that when they come up, this administration sort of goes into a freeze and doesn't deal with them gracefully, which is odd because, or perhaps not odd, because it's worked very hard to be a post-racial administration. What happened here was the Agricultural Department, Tom Vilsack, the secretary, decided that this was going to be, sort of on the spur of the moment, this was going to be a terrible hit. They could not afford to look as if reverse racism had been going on. There had been earlier cases where the administration was accused of reverse racism, including one that's very popular on Fox News, an accusation that Eric Holder, the Attorney General, has laid down a policy of not prosecuting black defendants in certain cases where the victim is white. And so it was a very bad hair-trigger misjudgment.
What got to me was, why didn't they consider the source before they picked up the phone and fired Shirley Sherrod?
Right. I think that in hindsight, of course, is what everyone should have done, and many people have acknowledged that. But as Doyle said, the hair trigger response that you had here was partly related to, at least Ms. Sherrod says that she was told that she had to resign because they were going to put this video on the Glenn Beck show that evening. And so they wanted to do something before then. And you can see this very defensive posture of the Obama administration. They want to knock down everything that can be used as an argument that a black presidency is somehow payback for all of the racial injustices of the past. And it probably was an overreaction, kind of a parable about a parable.
But let's talk about the source, Gene.
Andrew Breitbart, who is the blogger who put it up, he is a conservative activist. He is a great ally of the Tea Party movement. He has been using a variety of tactics, questionable tactics, to try to attack institutions on the left.
He was involved in the Acorn situation.
He was the one who gave great display to the so-called hookers and the hooker and the pimp who went into the Acorn headquarters. And basically they brought Acorn to its knees with that publicity and with that sort of undercover journalism, as they seem to call it.
Okay, I want to read to you the words of Eugene Robinson in the Washington Post yesterday to get your reaction. He wrote, after the Shirley Sherrod episode, there's no longer any need to mince words. A cynical right-wing propaganda machine is peddling the poisonous fiction that when African Americans or other minorities reach positions of power, they seek some kind of revenge against whites. Doyle?
Well, that's exactly right. That is a line of argument that has been used since the Obama campaign by the right. They have, by some on the right. This is, I'm sorry, I should make it clear, this is really a very small group of people on the right, but it's a very powerful and poisonous charge that flies around the world before anyone gets a chance, before, as we say, before truth straps its boots on.